So why don't you guys take a second here and talk to your teacher and talk amongst yourselves and tell some of your favorite fairy tales, some of the ones you guys really like. And you can go ahead and type it in the chat. So we want to hear all about what you guys like before we start.
Okay. Cinderella.
Okay.
Cinderella.
That's a good one.
Harry Potter.
Harry Potter, yeah.
Goldilocks.
That's a good one.
Beauty and the Beast.
Yeah.
The Tale of William Tell.
Ooh, never heard of that one.
All right.
Peter Pan.
Very good one.
Goldilocks. Jack and the Beanstalk.
Mm.
More Harry Potter. More Jack and the Beanstalk. Peter Pan. Three Little Pigs. Jack and the Beanstalk. Frozen.
Oh,
Okay.
yeah.
Harry Potter.
All right.
Sounds good. We like those too.
Yeah. So the fairy tale I'm going to do is from Afghanistan and Iran. And once upon a time, they were both together, but now they've split apart. So this is a popular story in both countries. And this is a little map here of the area. Shows here in the world where they're at, down here by India, and there's Afghanistan, and right next to it is Iran. So Persian fairy tales have a rich history, and they date back even before Islam. Some of these stories are 4,000 years old, and they're both for adults and for children, and they usually teach kind of morality and moral tales. So here's a couple pictures on the screen of two of the most famous storytellers. On the left, well, I was going to say the guy with the white beard, but they both have white beards. But the fellow on the left, that is Rumi. He's very, very famous. And the one on the right is Omar Khayyam, who's also very famous. And in fact, you even read some of these authors and some of their stories even when you become an adult in college. So, all right. A lot of these stories that have come from Persia have found their way into Europe and to the United States. And so a lot of similar themes, somewhat similar stories we have. So the story I'm going to tell you is called the Tortoise named Bull on Back and the Fox. So when I'm done, try to come up and figure out what story this is similar to that you probably already heard. Now, like every good fairy tale, they have to begin. And, we say once upon a time, but in Persian-speaking countries, they say yeki bud, yeki nabud. And that's how you know you're listening to a fairy tale. Okay, so this story is called Tortoise, Bull on the Back, and the Fox. Bull on the Back is the name of the turtle here. So, yeki bud, yeki nabud, or once upon a time, there was a very hard-working turtle named Bull on the Back. And Bull on the Back lived on a little farm, as you see here, and he was a farmer. And every spring, he would go ahead and plant some corn. Well, in the spring, he's planting some corn, and along comes a very sly fox. And the sly fox looks at him and looks at the corn and says, "God protect you and give you strong crops." And Bull on the Back says, "Well, thank you very much, Fox." And then the fox disappears. Later on in the summer, the crops are continuing to grow. Along comes the fox again. And he sees Bull on the Back weeding and taking care of his crops. And he says, "God protect you and give you a fine harvest." Once again, the turtle says, "Thank you." And off goes the fox. Later on in the fall, when the tortoise, Bull on the Back, is harvesting his last bag of corn, suddenly appears the fox. He says, "I'm here for my share of the harvest." Bull on the Back says, "What are you talking about, you rascal? You didn't help me at all do this." And the fox says, "Well, yeah, I did. I gave you all this praise and support, and I was here for you every time you were working. So I'm here for my share." And the tortoise says, "You know what? I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to give you this. I did all the hard work. This is all everything I did." And the fox says, "Well, I'll tell you what. How about we have some sort of competition?" Tortoise says, "All right, we'll do a race. Tomorrow morning, we'll start here at the farm and we'll race to the mill where all your corn is at. And whoever gets there first gets all the corn." The turtle looked at him and said, all right, we can do that. That night, Bull on the back, the turtle, knew there's no way he was going to be able to win this race by himself. He just can't beat the fox. The fox is too fast. So he got together with all his friends, and they came up with a plan in secret. The next morning, the fox and the turtle gathered for their race. And on the appointed time and the appointed signal, off they went. The fox knew he was going to win. In fact, he was laughing about it. There's no way the slow turtle can beat me. So as he's running through the woods, far ahead of Bull on the back, suddenly he looks up ahead and sees another turtle. Is that Bull on the back? How's that turtle beating me? So the fox suddenly speeds up, runs even faster, and passes the turtle. He says, you're not going to beat me. You're not going to beat me, turtle. He comes across to a creek, and he sees up ahead, once again, Bull on the back is just running along. The fox says, how is this possible? I've got to speed up. I've got to run even faster. So he takes off running even faster and passes Bull on the back. Finally, he comes to a clearing, and you can see the mill in the distance. And right there at the doorstep, just a few feet away, is Bull on the back. Once again, the turtle. How is this turtle beating me? So he keeps running as fast as he can, but he's just too far. And just as he gets right up to it, exhausted, Bull in the back crosses the finish line and wins. And the fox collapses, exhausted, on the ground, totally beaten, doesn't know how this happened. What had happened was Bull in the back had gotten all his friends together, and they all look alike because they're turtles, and they had just played a trick on the fox. So the moral of the story is, if you're greedy, you're going to come to no end. And if you have lots of friends, you can accomplish anything. You can even beat a very, very fast fox. And that is the end.